Hi there, thank you so much for letting me cover an important topic for you, which is that how to identify victim complex in ourselves and why it's holding you back and how can you fix it. So, for first, I will see that victim mentality is a person where you tend to think of yourself as someone who is always wrong, okay, who is always trying to justify himself or herself, like, I'm not wrong, I didn't do that. So what happens, why we people tend to gravitate towards that, is because life is unfair, okay. Life is unfair. It's not in a subjective perspective. From a personal point of view, it will always seem unfair. Someone will be doing better than you and someone will be not be doing that great than you, okay. And you tend to compare yourself with those doing well than you and feel inferior. And what happens is that we are comparing our lows with someone's high, okay. Both of the individuals can be at different point in their journey, so we tend to come to this conclusion from our perspective that life is unfair, and often it is. There is no accountability, okay, for people's action. They can get away with stuff, okay. In that case, you genuinely feel like, I'm stuck, I'm the victim, okay. And also, sometimes it's a trap. Sometimes you are really comfortable in that position because uh, you okay you feel you are not, like, you don't have to be accountable for your health. Someone did bad to you, now you cannot take the action, you don't have the strength for it or the emotional capacity for it, and you don't want to be on driver's seat of your own life, you don't want to take responsibility. And that can be really scary if you have, like, over the years, stuck yourself in this victim mode, like, things happen to me and I am a passive um, person in my own journey. I'm the passive backseat person, someone else is driving my life. So you tend to admit that whatever your life is, it is in hands of the others, it is in hand of the action. Now your many things in your life could be influenced by a position of authority, by parents, by bosses, but you do have the gift of emotional regulation, spiritual sovereignty, like reminding yourself that they can do what they want, but there is an arena of power within you where you can draw, like, okay, this person action can only make me upset for 1 hour, not entire day, that kind of thing. I have to, you know the solution is that I have to, instead of feeling like a victim, I have to pad my day, I have to break my day into timelines, and those timelines could be quality time with friends, quality time on hobbies, and just breaking away from the pattern of constantly thinking about how someone controlled your life. Now, another perks of staying in this book is victim mentality is getting gain, okay, getting some sort of benefit. Right from childhood, the selfhood concept was in you, that when only when you cry, only when you create a scene, you get something. So it's little bit of that programming, that only when you fetch for sympathy or you have to create an emotional scene, manipulate, you get things your way. Otherwise, you don't get things your way. So you feel very distressed in life, and you think the only way to gain what you want is by being a victim, by having a sob story, by crying. And also, it could be like whenever you wanted emotional validation, it was only given to you when you had the poor me or woe is me mode. Whenever you were extremely sad, only then attention was given to you. It was not given to you when you were having a normal day. So that's also one of the reasons people like to, or unconsciously, they fall into the victim trap. They fall into the victim like mode. Another thing, people are usually victims, or like they are stuck in that mode, is because they have been avoiding taking risk. Okay, they do not want to take risk, because with risk will come consequences and responsibility. Again, avoiding responsibilities. So they tend to blame mothers. Okay, this happened because this someone told me, this told me, that kind of thing. So signs you have like a victim mindset is that you are always blaming other people. You truly think universe is rigged against you. You feel stuck in life, and always, even before things happen, you have imagined a negative outcome. You have trouble coping with new changes and powerful shifts in your life. You feel like almost very feeble and powerless against them, and you feel extremely attacked when someone is saying unfavorable things to you. Okay, you feel like, why are they attacking me? Why are they not? Why are they against me? Whenever someone is trying to get you out of your comfort zone, or trying to tell you to improve certain traits, you feel attacked, and you feel extremely bad for yourself. You feel like whenever you are like sobbing, crying, you are in that like I am no one, that kind of mode. It is like your comfort zone. The moment you have to be a warrior, you freeze and you shift back into this victim mode. And that is like, it gives you subconsciously a safety, like, yeah, I'm safe here, let me cry and let me be stuck here. And you tend to attract people who also blame others for their decisions and complaining chatter. You will notice you are always surrounded by people who complain a lot. So it's difficult to imagine that your life can ever be changed, because you have assigned a doomsday scenario to your life. So this is like what happens. So, what I will see is the reason to break out of the victim thing is taking responsibility for who you are. It's your life, your decisions. You are the co-creator of this life. Yes, other do influence it, but you have some percentage of control in your hand. Varies situation to situation. Realize your potential and be in the driver's seat of your life. Self care and take care of yourself. Think you are worthy of support and love, and feedback is not always attack. And you will turn to cope with changes, because the more you take care of yourself, think you are special, think you are powerful, affirm that you are powerful, you will figure it out. You will gain strength. You are special child of universe, and you will gain the strength as you go. The moment you start affirming it, you will notice there is inner spark, there is inner strength, and circumstances will be favorable too. So start doing that. Do it for 6 months and post down in comments like, what do you think about it? Now, another thing is, you have to set boundaries. You have to not let other people influence your mind and decisions. You have to say no sometimes. You have to take care of your energy and prioritize yourself. And also, you have to read a lot, study a lot, like Study about psychology, study about group dynamics, study about subconsciously study yourself. Like when I am in a group, which role do I adopt? Okay, do I adopt the scapegoat role? Am I like someone can say anything to me and just go on saying anything to me, and they can have fun at my expense? Why do I tolerate that? Do I give it back to people, or do I just not like participating in the game? I like my own time. I like meditating. I like working on myself. So even if you are not part of the toxic group where you are being put down, you are alone, you have to really work. It's like a day by day effort. Work on yourself through affirmations, and make sure that that lonely time also doesn't become like a woe is me time. It's not that you have escaped company of toxic bully and now you turn into your own worst bully or your own worst enabler. Like that inner voice saying, yeah, cry, bad things happen to me, the world is unfair, these kind of things, and it will always be rigged against me. Do not try to isolate yourself and give yourselves a doomsday scenario for every situation, because trust me, I have been there, and every day was an effort and still an effort to break that. And we all can get stuck if we are not taught to be our empowered selves. But we can change, okay? We can choose to change today, and we can make that decision in our highest good, and surely it will bear results. So I'm going to do a 21-day challenge here. So for 21 days you just have to affirm that 5 times a day: I'm happy, I'm safe, I'm loved, I'm guided, the universe is rigged in my favor, I attract supportive energies wherever I go, I love how universe is supporting me through wonderful people that I meet. These are few pointers. You have to repeat them 5 times a day for 21 days in a row and post what happens below. Because trust me, if you win the war in the mind, if you win the war how we form our self concept, if you win the war on the level of just taming this mind and through affirmations, you can win the war outside. The war outside is already won if you can win the war in your mind and somehow stop being your own worst enabler. So please do post below. Give yourself like small goals and work on them and keep affirming them. Keep affirming these things. I'm happy, I'm safe, I'm loved, I'm guided. I loved how I'm supported by wonderful people. These things keep repeating themselves and just see the results. Thank you for listening to me. Do tell me what you think about this audio.